Why I do this is because this is the most important mechanism a government spends within its means to attract investment in our province. I hear this all the time. If I'm speaking to a small mom and pop business, to a large operator, to the Chamber of Commerce or the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, to a one, they say that balancing the budget is mission critical to job creation. Why is that the case? It gives them the confidence to put more men and women on payroll. It's the bottom line.
Right.
So that's why I say we need to balance as quickly as possible. I think a reasonable balanced way of doing that is within 2 years. When we looked at the numbers, and healthcare spending is going to increase, it's the right thing to do. We have an aging population, we'll have new technologies, new drug treatments we want to have here in Ontario. You need otherwise then to be at about 2009 when it comes to the level of government. 2009, I think that's very reasonable and balanced for the size of our public service. Right now we have over 1 million workers on the broader public sector payroll, the province, municipalities, colleges, universities, school boards, agencies, boards, and commissions. So if you get back 2009 levels, that's about 100,000 jobs right there. I take no joy in this. It is going to be a difficult process to go through, but it is necessary to pave the way for 1 million new private sector jobs.
But those 100,000, there are certain groups that you've said they won't come out of. Is that right?
Yeah, because you have to be thoughtful. Reason I've done a lot of thinking about this and consulted broadly. And I think as we get through this discussion, you'll see a lot of the recommendations from the Drummond Commission and others, Lank and Sheik and others that have been commissioned by the government but were never implemented.
Right.
And I think you know that from time to time, Kate, I can be critical of the current government, but I'll give credit where credit's due. I think they made some strong appointments there, some very solid advice that I would put into action as Premier of the province of Ontario. So the 100,000 positions, you basically get the reduction over 4 years. You do that through really 3 methods. Part of it's attrition. People who retire, that's about 4 or 5% of our public service each year, retire. Some of those positions we just won't backfill. Nobody loses a job, but you're not adding jobs either. Secondly, we've always said that if somebody other than government can deliver a higher quality service at a better value, we should give them a fair shot at delivering those services. By way of example, the current government contracted out GO trains to Bombardier. From all I've heard, that's been a success. GO Bus is still run by the province. So if you're to contract out GO Bus, that means those workers would keep their jobs. Quality of service we hope would improve. That would be the goal. Better bang for the buck for the taxpayer. They still have a paycheck. They just wouldn't be on the government payroll. So that's phase 2. And third, we will have to actually reduce positions. We simply have more government than we can afford. There are areas where we're going to need more people, like nurses, personal support workers, doctors. So I'll give you an example. I don't think it's government's role to keep bureaucrats employed at Drive Clean and give you a tax increase on your birthday every 2 years. I would eliminate that program. Don Drummond spelled out how we have 15,000 more bureaucrats working outside of the classroom than we did before this government took office. Why that's particularly instructive is we actually have 225,000 fewer students in school. So 250,000 fewer students, a lot more school board bureaucrats. If we make some tough calls, I would accept that Drummond recommendation. It'll help me protect programs and improve programs for children with special needs, and it'll help me balance the budget and pay the way for job creation.